Welcome everyone. We have got stars above, warmth below, and plenty to talk about. Today, I want to share something that could change the way you see your life, something that most people never understand until it's too late. Let me ask you three questions, and be honest with yourself when you answer them. Have you ever watched a river and wished for calm, only to realize the water moves most when it fights the rocks? Have you ever wondered why the easy way never feels quite right in the morning? When you wake up and look at yourself in the mirror, or notice that comfort can feel like honey? Sweet and warm, but so slow that you forget how strong you really are. If you recognized yourself in any of these questions, if even one of them made you stop and think, then this story is for you. This is not just motivation. This is a map. Today, we dive into a simple truth that changes everything. Comfort is not free. It always costs something. Most people pay with their dreams, their potential, their future. But if you stay with me until the end, you will hear why discomfort is the real key to growth, not just to becoming stronger on the outside, but to discovering the person you were always meant to be on the inside. And as you listen to every word, your English will grow stronger together with your courage. So let's begin this journey together. Let me tell you something important that I want you to remember forever. Comfort can be a silent enemy. It doesn't shout or push you away. It doesn't attack you like anger or fear. No, comfort is much more dangerous than that. It whispers to you. It says, rest. Stay here. Don't move. Don't change. Everything is fine the way it is. But dreams don't whisper. Dreams shout. They demand. Strength doesn't ask for permission. Strength breaks through walls. What does this really mean? When we talk about comfort and growth, it means this. If you are always comfortable, you never change. You never discover anything new about yourself. You never find the power that sleeps inside you, waiting. Let's make this very clear so there is no confusion. Discomfort is the price you pay for becoming better. If you never pay this price, you never grow. You stay exactly where you are, year after year, wondering why nothing changes, why you feel empty, why life feels like waiting for something that never comes. Think about this picture I paint for you. Imagine two people living in the same town, breathing the same air, facing the same opportunities. One man loves comfort more than anything. His name is Thomas. He never tries new things because new things are scary. He never risks being embarrassed or tired. He wakes up at the same time, eats the same breakfast, sits in the same chair, watches the same programs. He has chosen safety over adventure. The other person is a woman named Sophie. She seeks challenges even when they hurt. She pushes herself to learn new skills, to work harder, to meet new people. Even when it scares her, even when she fails the first time, she fails, and then she tries again. 10 years go by. Both live in the same town. Thomas is still sitting in his chair, older now, but nothing else has changed. He has the same job, the same friends, the same small life. But Sophie has learned languages, traveled to countries she dreamed about, built a business with her own hands, made friends from everywhere. Who will have the big story to tell? Who will have built something that makes her proud every single day? It's always the second person. It's always the one who walked through the fire. Now let me share with you a real story. This is the story of Mark, a young man who didn't understand discomfort until life forced him to learn. Mark was not very strong as a boy. His body was weak, yes, but his mind was weaker because he loved peace and comfort more than anything in the world. A quiet, soft chair by the window and warm soup. This was his dream. His father worked outside in the cold. His father's hands were rough like tree bark. His father's face was brown from the sun. One day, Mark's father said to him, "Real life happens where comfort ends. Everything you want is on the other side of pain." But Mark did not listen. He was young. He thought his father was old and didn't understand the world anymore. For years, Mark stayed inside the house. He played games on computers. He read books about adventures instead of having them. He waited for good things to come to him, like a gift that someone else would deliver. But nothing changed. No gift came. Instead, Mark felt something growing inside him. A dark feeling, like a bird in a golden cage. The cage was beautiful, but the bird could not fly. Mark felt trapped by his own comfort. Then one winter, something happened that changed everything. The house lost power. The electricity went out and it didn't come back. The soup turned cold. The soft chair became useless in the darkness. The computer died. Mark had to go outside, not because he wanted to, but because there was no choice. His father was struggling to find wood for the fire, and the house was getting colder every hour. Mark had to help. He put on heavy clothes and walked into the snow with his father. This is where the real story begins. It was hard, much harder than Mark ever imagined. His fingers hurt from the cold, even inside thick gloves. The wind bit his face like an angry animal. His feet slipped again and again on the ice. His back hurt from carrying wood. Mark thought many times, I hate this. Why me? Why is this happening to me? But after hours with his father in the cold, something woke up inside him, something that had been sleeping for years. He learned that his body could do more than he thought. He learned that pain is not the end. Pain is the beginning. He learned not to stop when he was tired. He learned that when you want to give up is exactly when you need to continue. He felt strong for the first time in his life. Not comfortable, not safe, but strong, really strong. That night, Mark fell asleep not dreaming of comfort and safety, but of mountains to climb, of challenges to face, of who he could become. The next week, he spent more time outside with his father. They cut wood together. They built a shelter. Months passed, and Mark's body changed. His mind changed too. In spring, Mark built a shelter by himself, with his own hands, his own mind, his own courage. By the next winter, he was the one who kept the house warm. He was the one his father was proud of. His father looked at his son and saw a man, not a boy hiding in comfort. Now, think carefully about your own life. How often do you choose comfort instead of a challenge? How many times did you sit back and wait for change to come to you? How often did you tell yourself, maybe later, maybe tomorrow, maybe someone else will fix it, maybe I'm not ready yet? It's normal. Everyone feels this way sometimes. This is how humans think, but it's also what keeps you from growing into who you can become. Weak people, and I mean this with respect, weak people say, this is too hard. This is too scary. I will do what's easy instead. Strong people say, this is hard, yes. This is scary. That means it's worth trying. That means this is where I grow. So what's the real answer? What do you do when you understand that comfort is stealing your future? The solution is simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. The solution is this: do one uncomfortable thing each day. Not a big thing, just one small uncomfortable thing. Here's exactly what you do. Step by step. Step 1. Notice a moment when you want comfort. Maybe staying in bed when you should get up. Avoiding a difficult conversation with someone you love. Skipping exercise because your bed is warm. Eating what's easy instead of what's healthy. Notice the moment. Step 2. Ask yourself, what am I running from? What am I afraid of? Name the thing. Say it out loud if you can. Step 3. Do it anyway. Just for 1 minute. Not forever. Not for the whole day. Just enough to say to yourself, I chose strength over comfort today. I chose growth over safety. If you repeat this one action, this one small choice, day after day, week after week, you will feel your mind change. Not tomorrow, but slowly, like a plant growing, you will feel braver. You will feel different inside. You'll feel proud of yourself. Suddenly, comfort will serve you, not control you. You will be the master, not the slave. Let me tell you another story, because stories are how we understand life. There was a woman named Elena. She worked at a job she hated. The pay was okay. The chair was comfortable. Nobody asked much from her. She could do the work with half her mind sleeping. But Elena felt like she was disappearing. Like the real Elena, the one with dreams, was getting smaller every day. One day, Elena's friend said, "Why don't you try something new? Something that scares you?" Elena's first answer was, "I can't. I'm not ready. I don't have the skills. What if I fail?" But her friend asked one question that changed everything. "What if you don't try?" Elena went home and couldn't sleep. She thought about this question all night. At 3 in the morning, she made a decision. She would start learning web design. Something completely new. Something that would be hard. She would do this while still working her job. So every night after work, instead of watching television, Elena opened her computer and learned. The first week was terrible. She understood nothing. She wanted to quit every single day. Her eyes hurt. Her head hurt. She felt stupid. But she kept going. Week 2 was still hard. But something changed. She started to understand small things. Week 4, she made her first small project. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't perfect. But she made it. She built something with her hands and her mind. 3 months later, Elena made a website for a small business. 6 months later, she had clients. 1 year later, she left her comfortable job and started her own business. Was it scary? Yes. Was it hard? Every single day. But Elena became someone new. She became Elena, the creator. Elena, the builder. Elena, the brave. The comfort was gone, but so was the emptiness. Now, here's the truth that most people never want to hear. Avoiding pain never made anyone wise. Running away from discomfort never built anything beautiful. Chasing only easy things never made anyone strong. Never. Not one time in history. If you want a truly happy life, the kind of life where you feel proud when you close your eyes at night, you must seek small discomforts and learn from them. You must walk through the fire, not because fire is fun, but because on the other side of fire is steel. On the other side of pain is strength. Before knowledge, before money, before luck. Discomfort is the first teacher. Most people run away from it and never meet their true self. But you will not be one of those people. You understand something now that most people never understand. Let me show you 2 types of people, and I want you to see yourself in one of them. Person A is someone who only looks for comfort. He stays warm. He stays safe in his small world, but he misses adventures that could have changed him. He misses friendships that could have saved him. He misses learning new skills that could have freed him. He misses the feeling of being alive. Result: a quiet life, yes, but no big story to tell, no real pride, no sense of meaning. He was comfortable, but he was not alive. Person B is someone who looks for small challenges. She feels cold sometimes, tired sometimes, scared many times, but every single week she learns something new about herself and the world. She meets new people and grows from them. She stands taller. She sleeps better because she knows she tried. Result: a life full of real adventure, real growth, real memories that make her smile. The difference between these 2 people is not luck. The difference is not money. The difference, one small choice repeated again and again. To step into discomfort instead of away from it. You can be person B. Starting right now. Now I give you a simple tool that works every single time. When you feel afraid, when you want to run back to comfort, pause and say these words to yourself. Yes, yes, this is hard, but I choose to do it anyway. This is the sentence that changes lives. Try this with something small first. Talk to someone you don't know. Walk outside in the rain without an umbrella. Try a new idea at work when you could stay quiet. Learn something new when you could stay ignorant. Each time you do this, you earn something precious. A coin of strength. Weak people count comfort coins. They collect moments of ease, of safety, of nothing changing. But strong people count courage. Coins. Every time you face discomfort and move through it, you earn 1 courage coin. Only courage coins build your future. Only courage coins create the person you want to become. I want to tell you about another man named Victor. Victor worked in a factory. He was good at his job, but he was invisible. He came to work. did the same thing every day, went home, and repeated. This was his life. One day, Victor's daughter asked him, "Dad, what do you want to be when you grow up?" The question confused Victor at first. He was already grown. But then he understood. His daughter was asking if he was truly alive or just existing. That night, Victor made a list of 5 things he always wanted to try but never did because they were uncomfortable. One was public speaking. He was terrified of it. So Victor joined a speaking club. The first meeting, his hands shook so much he could barely hold his paper. His voice cracked. People looked at him. It was the worst feeling he ever had. But he went back the next week, and the next week, after 3 months. Something changed. Victor wasn't nervous anymore. He was excited. He had something to say. 1 year later, Victor was teaching other people how to speak in public. He had found his voice, literally and figuratively. More important, his daughter saw her father change. She saw him face fear and win. Let me give you the words that you need to remember. Forever, comfort is like a warm blanket that slowly suffocates you. It feels good at first, but after a long time, you can't breathe. Discomfort is like ice water. It shocks you. It wakes you up. It makes you feel alive. Most people choose the warm blanket and die slowly inside. Smart people choose the ice water and live fully. The price of comfort is your potential. The price of discomfort is temporary pain, but temporary pain builds permanent strength. Temporary discomfort builds a permanent, powerful life. Now let me ask you something that I want you to answer honestly, not to me, but to yourself. What is the one thing you want to do, but never tried because it's uncomfortable? Is it starting a business, learning a language, building a relationship, asking for what you deserve, creating something you believe in? Write it down. Right now, not tomorrow. Write it down, because writing makes it real. Now, commit to one small, uncomfortable action this week, not a giant leap. Just one step. Call someone. Write 1 page. Make 1 attempt. Just 1. I want to share the story of a girl named Amara. Amara loved art, but she never showed anyone. She drew in secret because she was afraid people would laugh. Her dream was to be an artist, but comfort whispered, "Stay safe. Don't risk it." One day, her friend found her drawings and showed them to an art teacher. The teacher was shocked. She said, "Amara, you have real talent. Why do you hide?" Amara felt ashamed and proud at the same time. That's when she decided she would show her art publicly. She would enter a competition. The night before the competition, Amara was so nervous she couldn't eat. She wanted to withdraw, but she remembered something. Comfort had already stolen 10 years of her art. She wouldn't let it steal more. Amara showed her work. She didn't win first place, but someone saw her paintings and offered her a small job, then another job. Now, 5 years later, Amara's art is in galleries. People know her name. Did discomfort hurt her? Yes, but comfort would have hurt her forever. So let's remember what we learned today. Avoiding pain never made anyone wise. Never. Chasing only easy things never made anyone strong. Never. If you want a happy life, seek small discomforts and learn from them. Walk through the fire, not because fire is fun, but because on the other side is your real self. Before knowledge, before money, before luck, discomfort is the first teacher. Most people run away from it, but you will not be one of those people anymore. From today, you are different. You are not someone who always chooses comfort over growth. You are not someone who lets fear steal your dreams. You are not someone who stays small when you can become big. You are someone who understands the secret. That real strength comes from discomfort. You are someone who will face what scares you. You are someone who will build something meaningful. This is who you are now. This is your new identity. You are stronger than you think. You are braver than you know. You are more capable than you believe. Why? Because now you have knowledge, and knowledge gives you power. The old you always ran to comfort. The new you runs toward challenge. The old you waited. The new you acts. The old you made excuses. The new you makes progress. So here's what I want you to do right now. Today, just today, do one uncomfortable thing. When someone makes you want to hide, step forward instead. When you want to say no because it's scary, say yes. When you want to stay home because it's comfortable, go out. Just once. Try it once. Feel the difference. Feel your power coming back. Feel yourself becoming alive. Tomorrow. Do it again and again. Soon, it will become natural, and your life will change forever. Thank you for spending your time with me tonight. Thank you for sitting by this fire and listening to these stories. I hope they helped you grow. In English, yes, but more important in life, in courage, in who you become. Remember, this video improved two things. Your English became stronger, and your understanding of what it takes to build a real life became clearer. If this helped you, if even one story made you think, please subscribe to this channel. Share your own story with me. Tell me how you face discomfort. Tell me how you grow. Together, we build a community of people who understand that comfort kills and that challenge creates. Never be afraid to face a little pain. Never apologize for wanting to grow. Never accept small when you can build big. Stay strong. Stay wise. Stay curious. Stay uncomfortable, because that's where the real you lives. I will see you at the next fire. Until then, remember, the price of comfort is everything. The price of growth is just one brave choice, repeated again and again.